All right, so we are back. Welcome to part 2 of I went all in on my content creator dreams. This is more so like an update just because I felt like I kind of left you on a cliffhanger. It's like, what happened next? And really, my aunt Cheryl called me today. Actually, she called me on Sunday and she was like, oh my God, are you okay? I saw your YouTube. And so I was like, wait, if she's wondering, you're probably wondering too. So I just wanted to follow up because that was a really emotional moment. And I'm glad I shared it with you, but I feel like now you may be invested. So here's sort of what happened next. So filmed the video, obviously I posted it. And then I don't know what I did the rest of the day, but before I went to bed, I made sure to email the woman who had originally emailed me to invite me to that influencer event. And I basically just emailed her and was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I explained the situation to her, how I, for some reason, thought it was Thursday, and then I ended up double booking, and so I wasn't able to make it. And so the next day I woke up and received an email back from her, and she was just like, it's okay, like it's not even that serious. She's like, it's totally fine, and I understand. And she also said, hold on, let me see if I can find the email. Let's look at the exact email. But it was basically, she was just so nice, and it made me realize, like, girl, as much as I felt like, or as much as I've in this process feel like every opportunity matters so much and everything is such a big deal because the stakes are so high, a lot of times it's like, you know, I think one of you said, like, there was a reason that you didn't go, you know, everything happens for a reason. And then my Aunt Cheryl reminded me of that. And like I said, that's one of my main pillars. Like, everything really does happen for a reason. So it was a good reminder of that. Let me see. Okay, found the email. I don't want to reveal her identity, but basically she said, hi, Judine, no worries at the moment. We do not have any other events planned, but I will be sure to reach out again if anything changes. And thank you for your support. Hopefully there will be more opportunities for us to work together beyond this brand. And that was the key, that beyond this brand. So originally I thought that the woman who like actually invited me to the event, I thought she was a direct employee of the brand that this event was for, right? I thought she worked for that brand. So in my mind, I was like, okay, bet this is great to like make this connection with her. My original plan was to go to this event, connect with her, see what type of opportunities existed, just because right now, I don't necessarily have like the numbers to really do influencing or whatever. I mean, I guess on Instagram, I'd be considered like a micro influencer. But basically when I say numbers, I mean like a large audience with a 3 to 5% engagement rate that you then can say, okay, hey, these people, like, these are my people, they rock with me. They ask me a lot about like the things that I use, what I do in my day to day. And, you know, I use your XYZ, so XYZ product. So you can pay me and, you know, I'll feature it because it's gonna come up in my video anyway, right? At least that's how I think about it. So anyway, those are the type of numbers that you need. A large, very large following with a high engagement rate. I don't necessarily have that yet. We're working on it. But I think I mentioned in the last video, what I wanted to do was like UGC, which is user generated content that the brand could then use on their platforms. So that's really what I wanted to talk to her about. Because like I said, I went all in on my content creator dreams. And so I'm really trying, it's kind of like, I guess you could say it's an experiment. I'm trying to show a few things. One of them is that you can go all in on your dreams and make it happen without having to do like a side gig or side hustle. Now, that's not the only way, but like in my mind, that's always been my desire, that I could just go all in on my dreams and make it happen and not have to like split myself between so many different things, right? And I think I talked about that. I am very much an all-in type of person, no matter what it is, relationship, work stuff, sports. I was always like that. So yeah, I'm trying to apply that here. And so, yeah. Anyway, long story short, sorry, that was such a long tangent, but basically, come to find out, she actually doesn't work for that brand. So I was all up in arms, and she doesn't even work for that brand. She actually works for an agency. Now, you may or may not know this, but a lot of times agencies will work with brands and represent brands. And what they'll do is they'll basically look for talent in the form of content creators, influencers, whatever, and then say, hey, we found this person. We think they'd be great for this product or this launch or this campaign that you have for your social media marketing, right? And so that's what she was. She was like this company was actually one of her accounts, and she was fielding talent for them. And I guess I came up in her search, and she was like, okay, this is a good fit, whatever. And so the last point she made, like, yeah, we'll be able to like partner, like hopefully we'll be able to partner on things outside of this brand. Like there's other brands basically. And I was like, two things. One, girl, there's other brands. It's not that deep. It just really did feel that deep because I feel like I have been trying to do this outreach, but it takes however 100 no's before you get a yes. So I still need to get to 100. But also she said that, there are other brands, and also she works for a whole agency, meaning she also has access to other brands. Not only are there other brands in general, she has access to them. She works for them. They are her accounts. She has to find talent for them, right? And so I was like, wow. Now let me take it even a step further. So I realized when I went on my Instagram that she was following me. And so I followed back. Don't you know, this woman DM'd me from that account. Mind you, the account doesn't have a picture, it doesn't have anything, no post, nothing. And she let me know like, hey, Judine, like I saw that you followed this account. This is actually just my work account. I don't do anything on this account. But if you want to connect with me, then you can follow my actual personal account. What? First of all, these type of people, usually they don't like to, because she technically works in PR. Usually PR agencies and people that work with PR agencies at those brands, they don't be liking to just be all out there with you unless they've like worked with you before or whatever the case might be. They're not really trying to connect with you because it can kind of mess up their flow. Obviously, you're someone that could be an asset to them, but at the same time, they have, like I said, they manage a lot of accounts and their workflows are crazy. I know this because one of my best friends used to work in PR. Their workflows are crazy. So they try to keep everything separate. Hence she had a whole different Instagram just for work to search for people. But the fact that she invited me to like friend her, first of all, was just mad nice. Cause I think she probably could tell like, wow, this girl feels really bad about missing the event. Oh my God, I think there's food in my teeth. Yeah, sorry, I just had quinoa. But yeah, so we connected on her personal Instagram. So I'm following her and she's following me. So it just goes to show, yes, you are right. We have been right. Everything really does happen for a reason. And who knows, there's probably other reasons too that I'll never know. But one of them was that it wasn't that serious. I was able to connect with this woman regardless. And that was my goal, to go to the event and connect with her. And I did connect with her. And then the other thing is that put it this way. That moment was really intense in the moment, right? And so I made sure to capture it. The reason why, and I was explaining this to my aunt when she called me, is because when God gave me the vision and like literally a dream, in a dream God told me like, okay, you're gonna have YouTube. I was supposed to be documenting the whole process, right? And the idea was that there's a lot to this, and you'll see it as we continue to grow and build it. But one of the biggest parts, like the heartbeat of this channel, is to show you every facet of this process in this journey, right? And so that moment was it was one of the main moments that I had been trying to figure out how to capture for so long. Like I sat on this dream for so long, for so many other things. I was being pulled in too many directions, but also because I felt like I didn't know how to execute what was being asked of me and what I felt called to do with the channel. And I remember another one of my close friends, she was like, I'd be talking to her and I'd be talking about my frustrations, or I'd be telling her this and that. And she'd be like, these are the things, that you could put on YouTube. These are the kind of the conversations that we having. You can just put them on YouTube. Or when you feel away, that's when you want to turn the thing on, record. Because those are those are the invaluable moments. Those are the moments that, like, when you get to wherever you're trying to go, you low-key be forgetting about. Or if you don't forget about them, people see you at the end and they never saw that, right? And then to me, I feel like it creates this disconnect whereby, like, how valuable is this person's success to someone else, right? To me, I know that I'm supposed to be in community with, like I said, people that are similar to me, that have had similar experiences. Like a lot of you were saying how you could really relate, especially to being an immigrant child, the expectations, all that stuff. And I get that. And there's so many of us, like there's so many of us. And we're at different points in the journey. Some of us, we went all the way in the traditional route. We became lawyers, became doctors, or whatever the case might be. We had this job, but we still feel unfulfilled. Or some of us avoided it, but still don't really know what to do, you know, trying to figure it out or whatever. And like, how nice would it be to actually see someone that was in it with you for real? And like, you get to see all of it, right? Because you're experiencing all of it, right? And I think for me, the biggest thing was that I used to be feeling all these things and thinking about all these things and wondering like, dang, am I just feeling these things by myself? Like, has anyone else gone through this? Like, can anyone else speak to this, you know? So anyway, yeah, I hope that you felt like I spoke to anything that you might have been experiencing or are experiencing. And yeah, that was like, for me, what I was able to glean as one of the other reasons I missed that event, because it then created this opportunity for me to learn and see in the moment, like, this is what I'm supposed to be capturing. And I think like being able to recognize that in the moment made it like, you really felt it, because I wasn't like after the fact telling you the story. I wasn't like trying to act it out like, oh, okay, wait, I felt like this. Okay, let me try to, no, like I really was like in my feelings. I felt away. I felt crazy. And I was like, bing, you know? So when I go like this, it's because I'm pretending like I'm turning on the camera, because that's how I turn it on. Anyway, yeah, so I think that's it. If you want to know exactly what I did the following day after I read her email, I actually created a blog. It's a morning routine. You can check that out here. If you didn't see the original video, it's probably gonna pop up somewhere here. So check that out so that you have context as to what was going on. Okay, closing remarks. I don't think I have any for now, but if you have anything to say, feel free. All right, I'm gonna stop. I'm haggling out and I'm about to start rambling. I love you, bye. Oh wait, before I go, one last point. I leave and then I come back right now. I forgot to tell you. The last point that I was gonna make is just as we are in this journey, as we're moving to our lives of maximum fulfillment, or getting to our dream lives, trust God with everything that happens. Even the things that feel like, oh my gosh, I missed out on this huge opportunity. This was so crazy. There's a reason for it, and it's going to probably propel you further. Because look, I made that video and then I found so many of you who were like, who the video was for, which I probably would have never found you if that never happened, right? Yeah. Okay, bye for real this time.